Chapter 13 of Jewish Children by Sholem Aleichem. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Jewish Children, Yudishe Kinder by Sholem Aleichem, translated by Hannah Berman, and read by Adrian Pretzelis. Chapter 13. Isshur the Beadle, the Shamus. When I think of Isshur the Beadle, I am reminded of Alexander the Great, Napoleon Bonaparte, and other such giants of history. Isshur was not a nobody. He led the whole congregation, the whole town, by the nose. He had the whole town in his hand. He was a man who served everybody and commanded everybody. A man who was under everybody but feared nobody. He had a cross look, terrifying eyebrows, a beard of brass, a powerful fist, and a long stick. Isshur was a name to conjure with. Who made Isshur what he was? Ask me an easier question. These are types of whom it can be said they are cast, fixed. They never move out of their place. As you see them the first time, so are they always. It seems they always were as they are, and will ever remain the same. When I was a child, I could not tear myself away from Isshur. I was always puzzling out the one question: what was Isshur like before he was Isshur? That is to say, before he got those terrifying eyebrows, and the big hooked nose that was always filled with snuff, and the big brass beard that started by being thick and heavy and ended up in a few long, straggling, terrifying hairs. How did he look when he was a child, ran about barefoot, went to cheder, and was beaten by his teacher? And what was Isshur like when his mother was carrying him about in her arms, when she suckled him, wiped his nose for him, and said, "Isshur, my sweet boy, my beautiful boy, may I suffer instead of your little bones?" These were the questions that puzzled me when I was a child, and I could not tear myself away from Isshur.
"Go home, wretches! May the devil take your father and mother!"
And Isshur would not even allow any one to think of him. Surely I was only one boy, yet Isshur called me wretches. You must know that Isshur hated to have anyone staring at him. Isshur hated little children. He could not bear them.
"Children," he said, "are naturally bad. They are scamps and contradictory creatures. Children are goats that leap into strange gardens. Children are dogs that snap at one's coat-tails. Children are pigs that crawl on the table. Children should be taught manners. They ought to be made to tremble as with the ague."
And we did tremble as if we had the ague. Why were we afraid, you ask? Well, would you not be afraid if you were taken by the ear, dragged to the door, and beaten over the neck and shoulders?
"Go home, wretches! May the devil take your father and mother!"
You will tell your mother on him? Well, try it. You want to know what will happen? I will tell you. You will go home and show your mother your torn ear. Your mother will pounce on your father. "You see how the tyrant has torn the ear of your child, your only son." Your father will take you by the hand to the synagogue and straight over to Isshur the Beadle, as if to say to him, "Here, see what you have done to my only son. You have almost torn off his ear." And Isshur will reply to my father's unspoken words, "Go in health with your wretches." You hear? Even an only son is also wretches. And what can father do? Push his hat on one side and go home. Mother will ask him, "Well?" And he will reply, "I gave it to him, the wicked one, the Haman. What more could I do to him?" It was not at all nice that a father should tell such a big lie, But what is one to do when one is under the yoke of a beadle? One might say that the whole town is under Isshur's yoke. He does what he likes. If he does not want to heat the synagogue in the middle of the winter, you may burst arguing with him. He will heed you no more than last year's snows. If Isshur wants prayers to start early in the morning, you will be too late whenever you come. If Isshur does not want you to read a portion of the law for 18 weeks on end, you may stare at him from today till tomorrow, or cough until you burst. He will neither see nor hear you. It is the same with your praying shawl, or your prayer book, or with your citron, or the willow twigs. Isshur will bring them to you when he likes, not when you like. He says that householders are plentiful as dogs, but there is only one beadle, may no evil eye harm him. The congregation is so big, one might go mad. And Isshur was proud and haughty. He reduced everyone to the level of the earth. The most respectable householder often got it hot from him. "It is better for you not to start with me," he said. "I have no time to talk to you. There are a lot of you, and I am only one. May no evil eye harm me." And nobody began with him. They were glad that he did not begin with them. Naturally, no one would dream of asking Isshur what became of the money donated to the synagogue, or of the money he got for the candles, and the money thrown into the collection boxes. Nor did they ask him any other questions relating to the management of the synagogue. He was the master of the whole concern, and whom was he to give an account to? The people were glad if he left them alone, and that he did not throw the keys into their faces. "Here, keep this place going yourselves. Provide it with wood and water, candles and matches. The towels must be kept clean. A slate has to be put on the roof frequently, and the walls and ceiling have to be whitewashed. The stands have to be repaired, and the books bought. And what about the Chanukkah lamp? And what of the palm branch and the citron? And where is this? And where is that?" And though everyone knew that all the things he mentioned not only did not mean an outlay of money, but were, on the contrary, a source of income, yet no one dared to interfere. All these belonged to the beadle. They were his means of livelihood. "The fine salary I get from you! One's head might grow hard on it. It's only enough for the water for the porridge," said Isshur, and the people were silent. The people were silent, though they knew very well that Reb Isshur was saving money. They knew very well he had plenty of money. It was possible he even lent out money on interest, in secret, on good securities, of course. He had a little house of his own, and a garden, and a cow, and he drank a good glassful of brandy every day. In the winter he wore the best fur coat. His wife always wore good boots without holes. She made herself a new cloak not long ago, out of the public money. May she suffer through it for our blood, Father in heaven. That's what the villagers muttered softly through their teeth, so that the beadle might not hear them. When he approached, they broke off and spoke of something else. They blinked their eyes, breathed hard, and took from the beadle a pinch of snuff with their 2 fingers. This "excuse me" was a nasty "excuse me." It was meant to be flattering, to convey a sense of "excuse me, your snuff is surely good," and "excuse me, give me a pinch of snuff and go in peace." Isshur understood the compliment and also the hint. He knew the people loved him like sore eyes. He knew the people wished to take away his office from him as surely as they wished to live. But he heeded them as little as Haman heeds the Purim rattles. He had them in his fists, and he knew what to do. He who wants to find favour with everybody will find favour with nobody, and if one has to bow down, let it be to the head, not to the feet. Isshur understood these two wise sayings,